Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we're playing green. We're playing mono green aggro, tramples and blamples and all of that stuff. I know you guys love it because I usually get a lot of clicks when I run mono green, but I've been very skeptical of it on the channel for a while now for two reasons. Reason number one, I thought the meta was pretty hostile. The deck doesn't have a good matchup against mono white aggro, especially the more elite spellbinders and brutal cathars and skyclave apparitions they run, the worse the matchups can be. And then also there's like residual hate from Thalia where Asika's Chariot, Invoke the Ancients are no longer on curve, and stuff like that really hurts the deck. The other reason is new cards. There just aren't really new cards from the latest set to showcase here. But for some of you, now that the new cards have been out for a little while, you've played them, you've watched them, maybe you haven't crafted or used them, maybe crafting new cards or skipping a set for the sake of your wild cards is exactly the move that you're thinking about making. So if that is you, then you might be glad to know it might be a good time to be green, because taking my cue from Wizards of the Flippin' Coast, those of you who watched my video with the nice little title, Expressive Iteration is Banned, know that there was a ban and restricted announcement, and in it they discussed Pioneer and Explorer, not Standard. But there was a little section at the bottom, if you watch that whole video, where they talked about Standard, and they said that in Standard all the decks are pretty balanced and things like that, and they even took a minute to mention that mono green has great win rates against the popular decks, which is like, oh, okay, they're trying to throw us a hint that mono green is out there tearing it up somewhere on the ladder and nobody knows about it. And then you start to think about it. So I've had 24 hours to think about that, and it's, well, why would that be? It's because Boros is not the same as mono white. Boros is a better deck for attacking a mid-range meta that doesn't have a ton of life gain, that relies on cards like Vanishing Verse, that uses cards like Underdog, that also needs Meat Hook Massacre to come down on turn like 5 or 6 to be very effective. Yes, Boros is very good at attacking that meta, which is why it's become the #1 deck in the meta. But Boros is not prepared for mono green. The more 4/4 thick critters with dies effects that also give you benefits that you have, the more chariots, the more Invoke the Ancients, like they are just not ready to bash their way through a battlefield full of trolls, chariots, and Invoke the Ancients. It's really difficult for them. They can't quite find a way. On top of that, you throw in the ultra cheap Blizzard Brawl and plays starting as early as turn 1 with Ascendant Pack Leader, and then powerful turn 2 plays that must be answered, like Werewolf Pack Leader, and cards you really want to answer, like Sculptor of Winter, because they accelerate you to a better field. And suddenly Boros is like, you know, I can't get the job done. I can't get through. Can't seem to finish them. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to victimize the Boros and mid-range metagame. And I have a feeling that we're actually going to be very successful at it, because while Boros still has Brutal Cathar, only 4 of them. They're Royal Eruptions, they're played with fires. If they play those on their early turns on things like our Sculptors and Pack Leaders and Ascendant Pack Leader, then they have a really hard time dealing with our other creatures late. And they only have 4 of those Brutal Cathars. You don't see Skyclave Apparition out there. You don't see many other ways to get through. So I am optimistic that a little Invoke the Ancients action is going to be way too much for that deck to deal with. And also Ulvenwald Oddity turning up the heat, big body. Not really sure what the right amount of Ulvenwald Oddities to run is, but when you are on the play and you're dropping this card, the opponent is often taking an epic beating. The other spots, of course, we're running Blizzard Brawl, still good. Inscription of Abundance, because we need a little bit more fight removal, more surprises. A little life gain in there can really blow up combat. And Snakeskin Veils. I haven't always loved running Snakeskin Veils in the green deck, but here I think it's warranted because spot removal is very crucial. And we talked about Brutal Cathar. That is like the only way that the Boros deck has to get the job done. So I like Snakeskin Veil. It's good in the control matchup and it's decent in the Boros matchup. No Ranger class Ranger class is one of my favorite cards that goes in this deck. Renin 7 and Briarbridge Tracker are two other cards that go back to like the Midnight Hunt version of this deck. All of those cards I think are outmoded in current Magic. Their impact on the board isn't quite as great as they used to be. Green used to be able to be a value deck. It could win a longer game. Now it's not a value deck really at all. This is a beatdown deck. And while there's value baked into several of the threats, we need to finish the game because now our opponents are very good at winning long games because every card they have is a 2-for-1. So green isn't unique anymore in its role of having all this value baked into its cards. All the decks have it. We have to be the deck that kills them faster than they can stabilize, and Trample is really good against all the small token creatures that get generated by Wedding Announcements, Wandering Emperors, Lulths, etc. So that's what's up. We're shifting over to green. Wizards basically told us to. We're gonna find out if that does in fact apply to best of one. So is it easy being green? Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to present Command Fest Orlando. 3 days of non-stop Commander action and exciting side events, headlined by a host of your favorite Commander VIPs. Come celebrate Magic's favorite 100-card format in one of the country's premier vacation destinations on the weekend of July 22nd through 24th, 2022. Sign up today at commandfestorlando.com.
All right, on the play. 2-lander, a little scary. In my 25 land deck, will I draw more land? I don't know. Don't know, but we will find out. Unleash the pack leader. Reinforced Ronin. I like making them pay every turn to deal their damage. That doesn't bother me too much. Sculptor. Hopefully it survives. We really need it to. Against a red deck, you'd think they would kill one of the first couple creatures I play. Choice of targets. What's it gonna be? They choose the pack leader and they play Dragon's Fire. What are they? Yeah, big mistake on their part. Now they have to deal with Troll. And if they kill Troll, that ramps us too. So it's like an extra mana source. Yep, good job. They found the play on the Sculptor. But they definitely, if they had this, they should have just killed the Ascendant Pack Leader, then killed the Sculptor, and they'd be in a much better place. They took 3 for that. Ugh. Wonder if I was supposed to... See, what I want to do is I want to Blizzard Brawl their threat here. Their Goldspan Dragon or whatever. I don't want to have to react to the Magda, especially with them at 11. I just want to take out their biggest thing that would stop the Troll and make them deal with the Troll and the Oddity when we eventually draw the land or when they kill the Troll. Don't want to kill the Magda here. Take 3. There it is, the Riju. Okay. I mean, you attacked. Like, you're gonna race me from this? I got top deck a land and you're dead. Okay. Not a land. Kill it. Attack with it. I am okay taking down the Veil because I think that the opponent, if they kill this Troll, I'm just gonna play Oddity and trample them. Yep, Goldspan. I mean, opponent? Okay, they must have enough mana that they feel okay doing this. Let's see if they can deal the final 4. Or if they're gonna die. Interesting game. Let's see what happens. Okay, they play a creature. Mono red, whatever that is. Haste and Treasures. I mean, you took too much damage, opponent. You did it to yourself. I think the opponent subscribes to the math is for blockers philosophy. Oh, mono red. Slow hand. Got them all. Keep. We'll draw land. You gotta believe. Looks like we might be dead before we do anything, though, if Esper, you know, just plays card into Raffine. There's card. Here comes Raffine. We do have the 3 snow permanents for the brawl, but we need a land to play the troll. And then brawl with it. Otherwise, the Raffine is going to be too big. Okay, underdog. So you're telling me there's a chance. They don't always have it? Weird. Oh, there's the land. There is the land. I think we get that out of the way before the opponent untaps and Vanishing versus our troll. Okay. Let's send the Sculptor and make a Chariot. Maybe I was supposed to make a Chariot, send Sculptor in case of Jawari. I'm sure that somebody's alarm bells tingled. I know mine did. All right, well, they're struggling a little, so let's help them out. Do we brawl this underdog? What are they going to have on the field in the future? They don't have a Raffine, but we still need a way to kill one when they do find it. Do we trade this Sculptor? I think we do. I think we just have to try to close. Slam the door. Okay. It is a 12-point attack. And they have 2 underdogs and a 1/1 to fight it. Okay, now we're talking. Let's frickin' go. Now you die. Blizzard Brawl is still confirmed good. Nice. All right, what a curve on the play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 lands. Now this is the kind of rigged shuffler action for aggro I can get into. Send him the mono green message. What are you doing? What? Why are you stuck in it? Bowl fella jello hype. All right, Jund. I mean, it's kind of addicting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just having a little bit of fun here. Rah! The strongest of chariots. On the play, accelerated, so much stuff. Our opponent's gonna try to rig a fight. Okay, well, I guess in theory, if they have the perfect draw next turn, something very deadly could happen. Let's see what happens. I think I just go for max damage in the meantime and hope that whatever they get isn't good enough to overcome. Down to 2. What you got? All right. Thank you, fight rigging. All right, Smork. The way of the Smork here with the 1 mana 2/1, the 2 mana 2/2. We have to draw some of the bigger cards, but deck's full of them. Invoke the Ancients, anyone? Before you even got your wings all set up, I'm already dropping a creature. What? No take 3? All right, please don't draw any more land. Please draw a big frickin' spell. It's gonna be really bad if next turn is just pack leader go. Naya? Catilda. Oh, come on. Deck. Not like this. Not like this. I mean, I could basic check them. Don't think that's the way. Keep a 4-lander, dude. Draw 2 more land. Maybe even 3. Tale as old as time. Off the top. Come on, invoke the ancients. I'd even settle for a chariot. Are they missing land? They are missing land. Gutsy. This is a wolf. This is protection from werewolves. Gutsy play by the opponent. I think I'm supposed to take it though. I mean, especially missing a land and that being a mana source. I don't know. That's not a great draw. Dak, what are you doing? At least get me a layer of the Hydra. They would be crushed by a decent draw, but this is not a decent draw. I'm gonna wonder for a long time if I was supposed to basic check them. That's a Wandering Emperor. I'm gonna basic check them. Sometimes you gotta shoot your shot. Never didn't have it. I thought it was really unlikely, is what it is. Alright, so that's a tempting thing for them to Wandering Emperor. So let's just chill. These are just samurai, right? They're not human? Okay, they can't use that for mana then.
May your blade strike true.
Alright, they found their land. Screw beats flood. That is what they say. It means that if the opponent gets time, their draw is going to be better than mine. And yeah, this game is probably over. I'll give myself 1 turn to draw a Blizzard Brawl here.
I have got new
But we're not going to outsize our opponent on this one. Chariot. I guess we could still draw an inscription, so let's turn them sideways. And we don't, so I'm out. That sucked. That absolutely sucked. Ah, that draw. On the draw with a 1-drop and then nothing till 4. I guess I need a better curve. Okay. It's kind of the same. On the draw, I'll put away the Ulvenwald Oddity. Because slamming thick, hasty isn't as good when you're taking an absolute beating from your opponent. Okay, I think that they have play with fire here. So we're going to say go, because if we have no early turn plays, we cannot win. So I'm going to protect this pack leader. And we'll see how 5-head that was in a minute. Hopeful. Okay, Boros, what you got? Get wrecked. And we're still blocking. Ah, I didn't draw a spell. Okay. The failure to curve lately has been a problem. We're not out of the game yet. Obviously, we have a pretty good sequence here. But, man, did we need, like, a pack leader that turn. I think we would have been in the driver's seat for sure. Now we're just hoping. We're really hoping that this can work out. That Luminarch is going to outscale us all on its own. And if they have a Brutal Cathar, we're in huge trouble. Okay, well... Actually, we double block right because they can remove the Hopeful Initiate counters to kill the Chariot if we crew it here, so... Let's go like this. If they use the Play with Fire, they don't get to remove the counters from the Initiate, which means we get to Chariot Invoke. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to make some Vigilant, because they don't... Like, the opponent's not going to do anything that flies. And these Vigilant critters are just going to try to take over the game. And now the opponent's really wishing they had blown up the Chariot. But the way that they attacked didn't allow them to do it. And now they have to think about, do I spend my whole turn nuking that Chariot? The answer might be yes. There it is. Alright. Later, Chariot, you served your country well. You served the dojo well. And now they're just gonna take a beating. I mean, you can't take that for too many turns, can you? Well, my plan is on the battlefield. And there you go. Alright, we took that turn off, but Chariot Invoke, more than enough to put away a Boros deck struggling with mana. Alright, pack leader. We just need to fill the 2-drop spot, but hey, maybe we just attack that turn. Good stuff. And we're on the play. We draw a werewolf pack leader, my day will be complete. No such luck this time. Alright. What do you got? Same old Boros, but they're running Sundown Pass. Don't run Sundown Pass, guys. It's a trap. We'll see how they handle a troll. Either they have Brutal Cathar or they don't, and either we have a 4th land or we don't. Uh-huh. I mean, I'm blocking. Okay, 4th land. Oddity? Chariot. I'm not going to attack with the pack leader anyway, so let's attack with the troll and see what they do. Because I'm thinking Chariot, but I'll play Invoke the Ancients if they block. Okay. There. Lots of beef, and they're at 12, and we are at 19. I'm guessing that tap land really messed them up. Nothing. You're gonna chill. Okay. Let's go. Let's maximize the pressure. All 4/4s coming through. Or at least 4 powers. Yep. You don't have the removal for that. You don't have what it takes, Boros. Humorous Puma. I have not met a Puma with a sense of humor. This should be fresh. I don't think I've drawn Lair of the Hydra in a single game either. Okay. Here we go. Hopefully it doesn't make a Blizzard Brawl bad or something. Black red. Yeah, here comes the Harvester. Alright, so I think that... What did I say? I think that means we play Pack Leader because they can sack the Harvester to kill the Sculptor. Jund. Jund is here. Straight up mauling, of course, because I drew 2 layers for the first time. Frickin' layer. Alright, troll. Let's troll them. Pretty solid curve, all things considered, right now. You can kill that? They sure are. Mana. They're trying to be aggressive, but your creatures are puny creatures compared to mine. I think we get the chariot ready, and then next turn copy an invoke thing, or do we? Well, that's a good question, actually. They have 2 cards left. Maybe we just invoke here. I like getting that tap land out of the way too, because of course we drew 3 of them. All right. No. Just invoke. Let's get some battlefield presence. Let's get some vigilance, I think, so that we can block and swing. Not known for flying the Jund pile right now. Of course they have Invoke Despair. Can't you see? It's brilliant. They can run anything they want. Alright, so they can double block here. Maybe we're supposed to Blizzard Brawl to prevent that from happening. We don't really want to lose this token that much. Trying to think of what else we'll need to brawl. Because this seems like an ob deck. And if they have green, they have Chariot probably. But that's about it. And a chump. Okay. Alright, you have no board. Let's see how that works out for you. Greeters. Okay. Okay, you're gonna run this underdog into nothing. See, it's plays like that, you know, just chumping away your underdog. I'm not sure what the next best thing is for them, but the idea that this is going to take up their turn, it's where you lose a lot of games. You paid 2 life and 4 mana to draw a card. Oof. Not sure I had a better idea for them, to be totally honest, but just feels like that was... And yeah, they know. It feels like right there, that's the end. It was over. They didn't have an answer to the Chariot, and their turn was spent on mostly nothing. Durdle. Alright, on the play, I'll keep it. On the draw, I'd be very concerned, but I'd probably keep it there too, to be honest. Volduran Epicure. Got it. Ooh, nice curve filler in case our Sculptor dies. If we're against Anvil, they got a trample problem. If we're against Mono Red, they have a green problem. Nice. Nice, all the big critters coming out to play. Yeah, you voltage surge that. Synth. Another Epicure. A little bit of value. Okay. Opponent vibing on just picking at me. Swing low. Sweet Chariot. Hold me forth to carry me home. See if they're ready for that. Smelty. So it looks like mono red anvil, not anvil, is how I would describe what I'm playing against right now. but they have been stopped. And now they've got to figure out how to deal with all of this. Indestructible means they can't kill it this turn. And that's usually enough, even though there are 20. You just feel the sled pulling you downhill into the darkness. I want a bigger diamond. Oh my god. I'm keeping one lander. Content. We either draw the land next turn or the turn after, and we're probably doing just fine. Never. Didn't have it. Spara's headquarters, huh? What do you suppose they're gonna be up to? Control? Blue-white control. Oh, what'd you exile? Devastating Mastery, wow. Never didn't have it. Let's go. Make them have another removal spell here. Maybe I'm supposed to hold that Snakeskin Veil for another spot removal effect, but alright. So we could go for this, but that's running into a counter. Let's go for this, make them respond. Because we get a card out of this play. Invoke. Revitalize, nice. Is this my list? Might be my list. Alright, I'm just gonna take it slow then. Take it slow, depopulate, okay. Okay, draw land? Yeah, not quite the land I was looking for, but we still just get to smash face. Down to 8 you go. Now have a creature land in reserve. Hopefully they don't have an easy way to deal with this and counter the invoke, because that would be the turning point they need. Main phase, memory, deluge. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. Is that top deck land you die? I think it is. Two cards. Tap land. Top deck. It had to be an untapped land. Son of a... All right. Make them sweep again and then win with Lair plus Snakeskin Veil. That's the strategy. We'll go with Tramples. All right. Big expensive Doomscar. I think so. What's interesting here is we can go for the lethal, but a march gets them out of it, right? That would be very bad. So I think we actually go for the chariot and force them to navigate the waters again. See how there was stick the second this hit the field? I think they have a march. I think they do have it. Yeah, everybody's screaming just go for lethal there, right? I think it was a trap. Look at that, though. That's a good card for them here. Okay, let's see if they like play a very expensive march on this. Wandering Emperor.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
What you got? So they're at 8 now. So we need something to crew a chariot if they sweep the board again. They're putting up a fight. I don't like it. I don't like it. They're making blockers. They're trying to get time. They don't have the untapped land for the hall, though. They probably have another Wandering Emperor. Probably. So I guess we have to get it from them. Okay, they use Absence, sure. If we get this chariot countered, it's a pretty bad look. Okay, that's a deluge. Man, an untapped land at various points in this game would have been the end. Okay. Lizard Brawl ain't it. Alright, now we eat that March, and it's not gonna feel very good. Actually, if we're sure they have March, we're supposed to send the Chariot, right? Because if we attack with this, we hit for nothing. Alright, fine. Looks weird. I still think they have it. Alright, now they have Hall, which is... ugh. Not good. But they're gonna revitalize instead. Go for Troll. Does it resolve? Son of a... Okay. That is not good. Alright. Let's get a 2-point swing in here. Or try to. What a draw from them. What a draw they have had. All the answers at every step. We had a really good draw too. We kept a one-lander, which is kind of funny. And then we played out a ton of good spells. And it looks like we're going to come up short. Because they flash back the Deluge here and they take over the game. I'm not going to sit it out. I'm not going to sit it out. That was, oof. Tough game. That's too slow. That is too slow. No creatures. No early creatures, all expensive ones. Very bad. Very, very bad. I do hate mulligans. It's one of the reasons I can't stand decks like this too much that have too many expensive creatures in them. Yeah, we'll try that. I think we have to put you away and just spam the critters. On the draw, it's just too hard to set up Inscription. Oh, look. Velomachus? I imagine that's a horrible matchup. I imagine that is a straight up L for us if their draw is reasonable. Okay, pack leader. Get him. They did play this on red. 2 red means that they're not going to cast Invoke Justice on time. Okay. Thank you, Shuffler. Good job. You're a true champion. Okay, restoration. You feel like something's coming. They've got to have a big creature lining up somewhere here, so we got to draw the brawl. Don't draw it yet. So what's the right play? If we get a pack leader down, maybe next turn we can draw a card with it. If we play another chariot, that's the max damage. But we have to be able to pull. We have to be able to draw into a removal spell to pull through some giant monster. A sanctuary warden is what I think is probably right around the corner. So let's get the card draw down and hope this can work out. Yep. Yep. Real good. Hard to beat. What do we do? Just fly in there? I guess we can pump this, but the shield counter makes it kind of pointless. We can try to transform this. We would have to draw a couple lands in a row. Well, they have to decide what to kill, and I think my opponent wants to kill the pack leader. So let's do like this. Let's play the oddity. Let's crew the chariot. Like, flipping the oddity is one way that we can still win this game. So let's crew the chariot with it instead of attacking with it. We'll send cats instead. I think the opponent wants to block this, but we'll see. We gotta get there. We didn't draw the land, so we're probably not going to flip the oddity. Pretty unlucky. All right, shield counter broken, chariot gone. All right, now opponent's getting Legion Angels. We're just gonna have to figure out how to throw creatures at them and hope they die. That's pretty good. That's really good. Send in pack leader. Backup chariot. 5. 5 is a very obnoxious number here. Still trying to draw the lands to flip. There's one land. Okay. Power through. Down to 11. We're facing a lot in the air, so now we play this. Okay, and they Angel Fire here, and they missed lethal? The Angel Fire? They played a Dragon Fire instead? That's the wrong fire. They missed lethal. I mean, I don't think we're gonna win, but them being at 11 is a lot different. We might be able to force good little chumps here. Okay, let's see what happens. I think they blocked well enough. Yep, now they just have to Angel Fire this for perfect lethal. Yeah, that's a really tough matchup for us to win. And like one missed land drop there, I think cost us getting to use this to potentially pull it off. So that was tough. That was tough. On the draw, look, but we do have a 1-drop if we draw more lands. But what is with the chariots moving in 3s? Shuffler, fine. I get it. I love chariot too. But I do need the mana to cast it. It's a good curve if we draw land. Just draw 2 land from this point and we'll be good. That's not a that's not a white creature. Why does this have to be so good? All right. Dead and dead? No? Well, if they're not going to play something on this, it's probably a march. We're facing the weird decks now. Like against the Boros meta and against the mid-range decks, like this deck is shining. But now all of a sudden we're playing against all these weird brews. And they grew up on beating up mono green for the most part. They had to navigate the waters of gold. Whoa. All right. March exiling March to kill the werewolf pack leader so they don't fall too far behind. And then they say go, and that's a land. Getting lucky. Getting very lucky. All right, they're taking hits. Right into open mana, but I have a lot of these to go. Memory Deluge, why not? I mean, they don't have Devastating Mastery in blue-black, so I'm feeling a lot better about this than the white matchup. They have some exile, but not a lot. Like, I guess Shadow's Verdict is a really bad thing that could happen. I think I just plan to play another Chariot after they kill this one. This would be a great matchup to draw Snakeskin Veil in, though. Drop this, player on Jawari. Draw 2, discard 1. What is it going to be? Invoke Despair. You got 2 natural blue sources there, dude. What are you doing? Everybody thinks it's easy to cast Invoke Despair. See? You got it. I'm sure they would have loved to have played it last turn, though. Okay, we could play Invoke. Get it countered, they still take a bundle. Or we could do this, get it killed again, play Chariot, and just run it back. Nice and patient. Still a lethal threat. Another Infernal Grass. You're going to 1? Or you got something else? Okay. How about a 3rd Chariot? What you got? Zero Memory Deluge. It's just not good now, guys. I wish Control were like good. It's so painful to try to play it. Breaks my heart. Like, everybody else draws 2 cards just by putting something on the battlefield. Like, Chariot made 3 cards. You know, it's 3 cards for 4 mana. This is 2 cards and you didn't put anything on the battlefield. It's so rough. Yeah, you got nothing, dude. Nothing. All right, on the play, Pack Leader, Sculptor, Troll, Veil. Run them down. Run them down. Play your cards, leave them dead. Easy. Going at a tough turn 1. You gonna kill something? I mean, if you're on the draw without a removal spell or a 2-drop, what are you doing? Nothing good. Yeah, there's a Royal Eruption. Okay, so maybe Classic Boros here running Sundown Pass. I tried to tell people, Sundown Pass is a scam. Don't run that. Alright, we'll see if they have Brutal Cathar. They really need it. If they have a Brutal Cathar and they catch me here without a Blizzard Brawl, they're doing okay. If they don't and they can't remove this troll, they're in trouble. It's a little hopeful. And another Royal. Yep. This is where Royal Eruption comes up short against green. They're already down 12 to 20. Thundering Reissue! Whatever. It's a little scary. We have a 2-turn clock here, though, so we can force them to block soon. In the meantime, we're taking a good amount of damage, but I think we've got to... Since we don't have a good block here, and I don't want to trade, I think we just have to clock them. We're at 13. Can they 13 me with a second Thundering Reissue? Maybe they can. Let's find out. Boom! Never didn't have it, opponent. All right, so how are you? How much is this? Too much, right? Okay. Down to 2. Play with fire. You dead? You just on board? You just died? Frickin' Boros mages, dude. Come on. What are you doing? Alright. Alright. Cool. Alright. Give me my bigger diamond. Not leaving without it. It's been a long day, and I want my frickin' diamond. I want a larger diamond than this one. Kamano faces Kakazan. Alright, I think... do we play Sculptor? Yeah, just play your ramp creature. It's usually right. More mana does more things. So like next turn we could, in theory, go Sculptor Pack Leader. Yeah, they don't want to remove it. They really want the +1/+1 counter for whatever creature they have. But if I go Pack Leader Blizzard Brawl after that, they missed out. You don't have any timeouts. You better do something. Alright, decisions were too hard for this particular Boros Mage. And they time walked themselves. I don't know, guys. Should we remove it or not? My brain doesn't work this way. Might be a very anticlimactic way to get this rank up. But I've got to show it if we get it. All right, they roped out their last turn, but they are here. Shatter Skull charging. Kill it. Let it in. I mean, next turn it runs into the Ancients, so who cares? Let it be. Vigilance! So strong. What are you going to do about that? Why not? Let's just maximize our mana every turn until our opponent is dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're threatening a lethal crackback next turn. Which is kind of insane. You play your little hasties. Let's go. Yeah, you get him out there. Let's freaking rumble. Alright, I just threaten lethal here, right? Make them block. They don't know how to block. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Gosh, am I putting them to 1 here? Nah. Oh, leave them with no board. Seems good. 3. 3 is the same as 1. Shut up, you. Alright, that was sweet. Got there. And give me my diamond! They earned it. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up, and things went well. We did, in fact, pick up a rank up in Diamond. Always kind of a tough thing to do in one sitting. I think it took me about an hour and 11 minutes. Check the video time. I think I cut 1 or 2 games that weren't particularly interesting, and one that was actually an interesting deck I played against, a Naya control deck, but it was going to take too long, so we cut that one. I scooped to it pretty early when they resolved an Arcane Bombardment. I know you're like, I want to see Arcane Bombardment, but it takes so long to win, and I got places to be. I got ranks to grab, plus I got to pack as much Boros smashing as I can into this video. So what I said at the start, we smash Boros. I love it. Like, I absolutely love smashing Boros with this deck. Most of them just do not know how to navigate this much green beef. It just, ooh, their brain goes kabur. There were some close games, but we pulled out a few little tricks there with our Lair of the Hydra and got through it. So, yeah, if you like smashing Boros, this is good. If you like smashing the mid-range decks, usually the ones baked in around black and white, I would say the Fable of the Mirror Breaker decks are probably tougher because they run really solid removal spells like Unleash the Inferno and Riveteer's Charm that make sure they hit your good stuff, but everybody has trouble with Invoke the Ancients and Asika's Chariots, especially if they're accelerated, and Ulvenwald Oddities and Old Growth Troll. Keyword Trample. It's really good against the mid-range soup decks. The struggle. Control decks, specifically white-based control decks with a lot of exile. There aren't many of those in the meta, but you know me, I tend to brew one now and then, and people run out and play it, so you will run into them sometimes. It'll feel like a pretty tough matchup. It is winnable for you, but with the right draws, they can definitely pull it off. And then the other really tough matchups, just the brews, you know, the other brews that are looking to get into the late game and use Arcane Bombardment on Invoke Despair and stuff like that. Very tough matchups. You can get there, but when they come with the right answers and they kill off your Sculptor of Winters and then they counter your Chariots or your Invokes before they do too much, or they have board wipes that don't care about the size of the creature, which is kind of what Invoke the Ancients is banking on, is that you can't kill something that big that quickly, well, then you have a pretty tough matchup. But it stomps the main meta that's out there, as long as mono white doesn't come back. Because mono white is the thorn in mono green's side, and most of the mono white gamers have moved over to Boros because it looks really appealing, and the Boros matchup isn't great for them. But there is still some mono white around, and if it becomes the #1 meta deck again, mono green has to go away again. That's the cycle we've seen. But until it does, if you want to clown on some Boros, it is the right time to dust off the mono green. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. You are cool.